Hi, I'm Dawn. Welcome back to my channel. Let's get organized. Today what we're going to talk about is how to make a basket or a box, a kit, if you will, of everything that you need to be able to do like a daily Bible study or daily devotionals. One of my goals this year was to spend 30 minutes every morning doing Bible study, journaling, just spending time with the Lord, basically. So I wanted to make sure when I sat down for that 30 minutes every day, I had everything right in front of me that I would need to be able to spend that 30 minutes uninterrupted and still be able to journal, have my Bible at the right place, be able to write down a verse if I wanted to. Basically, everything you would want to do during a devotional time. So I went ahead and put together this little kit. And so I'm just going to show you what's in it and basically how I use everything. And then hopefully you can make a kit of your own. So the first thing I have is, of course, got to have your Bible when you're doing your Bible study. So I've got the Women's Devotional Bible. It's really, really good. I would highly recommend it if you want to do a daily devotional. It's very focused on women's, not issues, but things that are part of women's daily lives. Balance, family, children, things like that. They kind of take the passage and relay it to current day and busy women's lives. So this is the first thing that I would use. Very nice. And then I usually follow it up with just some reading out of a devotional book. This is the one I'm using right now, God's Little Devotional Book for Teachers. I am a teacher by trade, so I get a lot of teacher-related things. So this is something I've had for quite a while, and I had just never really gotten through it. I have now. I actually finished it last week, but this is the devotional book that I've been using in my basket. So after I read the lesson plan, the Bible study for the day, then I'll go into this and I read 5 excerpts out of this. And I like to be prepared for when I end a book to have another book already on hand. And this is another book that I've been wanting to complete for, I think I've had it for about 5 years. So that's the next thing I'm doing. So I read a chapter of this every day because I'm done with this devotional book. So I read a chapter of this every day, and this is really nice because it has journaling and reflection questions in the back. So you just read the chapter and then I go through the questions every day. And for the journaling part of it, I repurposed a calendar that my husband had gotten me last year that didn't really work for calendar purposes because it has daily lines and things, and I find that I just need more space, and I also don't want to have everything written down on a line. So when I got a new planner, I wanted to repurpose this because it's really nice, it's really pretty, and I wanted it to have a purpose. So I just go in and answer the questions here, and I just cross out the date up here, or the day rather. I do it on the date, but I cross out the day, and then that way I can use this, and it has a great purpose, and I can keep the answers to the questions. I also have a prayer journal, and I try and put any prayer request or anybody that I'm focusing on praying for that particular weekend here, so I can just flip to it during my prayer time and know everybody and just go through it. And then this is also a really good tool called How to Study the Bible, and you can go in and just reference it more than anything else. I'll use it for reference material every now and again, but it's a really good book. So. And then this is just a little book that I got that I thought looked interesting. And it's a devotion series for 9 fruits of the Spirit. And I actually got this from the Dollar Tree. So if you're thinking, I don't have a devotional book and they're expensive, and they can be, you can go to the Dollar Tree and they have a whole series of these. So you'd be able to pick that up relatively inexpensively. And then I have just this pretty little box that I don't even know where I got it, but it's pretty. So I thought I'd use it. And in it, I keep index cards and a pen and big Post-it notes and page flags and tiny Post-it notes and 2 highlighters and some binder clips. And I use these just if I find something in my reading that I want to flag and read again. If a certain verse really speaks to me, I do highlight it, so that's good to have. And I keep everything together with the little tiny binder clips. And the Post-it notes, sometimes I want to just write something a little bigger, or write someone that the passage reminds me of that I want to call or write or whatever. And I put that right in the book so I don't forget. And then I use the 3x5 cards, to write down verses that I really like, or to write down passages. This book has some really good quotes in it, so I wrote down several quotes. So I'll just stop what I'm doing, grab my pen, jot it down. And then once I get that, it goes into the binder clip. And then this is the grouping that I look through at the beginning of my devotional time. And I just read through them real quick. And then at the end of my devotional time, I read through this stack. So it's just a really good way to get into your devotional time. It eases you into it. It's not like you're just opening the Bible and diving right in. It eases you into it. I think it gives me a few times just to switch gears. Sometimes you just need a few minutes. And so it gives me the chance to switch gears, but still be in the process. So I go through these, and then I move on to the Bible, the devotional, the journal, and then I read these. So, and these again are a good transition from that quiet time, that devotional time, that focus, back into, got to get back into the rest of the day, got to deal with the things that are a part of my day. So I like having those at the beginning and at the end. So that's my process, and this is my kit, and I keep it right next to our love seat on a little table on a shelf, and I can just access it easily every morning when I'm having my coffee. I grab it out, do my 30 minutes, and it just starts my day the right way. It just gets me in the right frame of mind. It makes me peaceful, and it makes the rest of my day a lot more successful. So I would recommend get yourself a box, get yourself a basket, get yourself a kit. And if you're trying to do daily devotionals or Bible study, this is a good way to start. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe down below, because we'd love to have you stay around for a while. And leave me a comment and let me know if that's a goal that you have this year, and if you have your own basket or what your system is. I'd love to find out what other people are doing. And I'll see you real soon.